All right, I have a full pot of clay, or container of clay. I just spent the last 20 minutes cutting clay up. But now I've got plenty to get this done and maybe one more piece. So I'm not going to run out of clay anytime soon. All right, I found my aluminum foil and I'm going to start filling in where the dress is supposed to go. But first I'm going to work on the feet a little bit. I'm just going to block in the feet. I'm not going to go into great detail on the legs or leggings or anything else. I'm just going to block in the feet so that I can at least have that part done. Feet are usually about a head length long, and that's what I'm making hers. You don't want to make them too big, but you don't want to make them too small either. My mom had small feet. But she was also short too. Okay, that's what I'm going to do for that. Now I'm going to attach these with a fondue stick. I want to make them all the same length, so I just set this large caliper of mine to try to keep them at the same length. I've taken a small diameter gauge wire, steel wire, to make kind of like a horseshoe nail. I curved it here so that when I push it into the aluminum foil, the little hook at the top will hold the aluminum in place. I think that'll work better, and that way I'm not poking myself with a fondue stick. So I'll continue this and I'll be back in a little while. Okay, I'm gonna see if this is gonna work out by adding clay to the first couple of rolls of aluminum foil, and see if I'm wasting my time doing this. May have to put a little bit of aluminum foil in there to fill in. I've been looking at the photograph, and she's got probably 3 layers of dresses on. This is what I was talking about as far as the dress goes. This has the upper blouse, and it looks like a very thick piece of made out of a real thick wool. And then you got a dress that comes down here, and then you got another dress under that comes down to there. And so it's you just got to interpret what you see. So that's what I'm going to try to replicate. It's going to take some time to get this all to work out here. At this point, do I think this is going to work? This whole subject and this sculpture, do I think it's going to ever get finished? I don't know. I kind of feel like it will, but I don't know at this point. Right now I'm just winging it. I did come up with my title. It's a title I put onto an old warrior who was sitting on the ground with a buffalo skull and holding up a feather. And I called it Prayer on the Wind. And I think it's an appropriate title for this piece. That piece I did probably over 20 years ago, so I don't think it's going to infringe upon this piece as far as the title goes. I know of artwork that's been done by artists that have had the same title on a couple of pieces, so it's not unusual. It may work, I don't know. We'll just have to keep playing with it. I got to make sure that the dress looks like it's actually being, it's actually reacting to the gravity and hanging down properly, and that's going to help in the overall look of the thing. I had to do something because every time I put pressure on her, the armature, no matter how thick the wire was inside the figure, it tended to want to bend back and forth. So I took a real thick, probably a good 1/4 inch. I think it might be a little bit thicker than that. Let me see. Yeah, about a 1/2 inch piece of aluminum wire, which I hooked downward into the clay and brought it down, and brought it down to the board here, and put a screw down into the board, and then taped this onto that screw to keep it solid there. And then I've wrapped electrician's tape around it, and then I put the clay over that so that the electrician's tape doesn't unravel over time, because it tends to do that. But anyway, now she's solid. She's not going anywhere, and that's a good thing. All right, be right back. All that's left to do now is to add clay. And it makes it a lot easier when I got this thing braced up so that I can do that without having it falling backwards or forwards. So anyway, I'll pick this up Monday. The clay will be stiffened up a lot by that time. I had to do this while the clay was soft, and I mean really soft, so I could put it on top of the aluminum foil without any problems. I see some places where I've got to round it out a little bit better, but basically this part is done, and I'm ready for the next stage, which is putting more detail into the dress. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. See you next week. Good night. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really would help me. Also, check out the link below this video. It will take you to a review of my 9 instructional videos that could be very helpful to you if you're thinking of sculpting. Good night, everybody.